But Rob, UFC 313, finally it is here. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight title.
Bom, vamos ver o que o Rob Whittaker falará sobre Alex Poatan. Mas antes, sem enrolação, vamos para o vídeo e se inscreva no canal.
Alex Pereira, 12 wins, 10 of those are KOs, 2 losses. He obviously just beaten TKO'd Kelly Roundtree, Yuri Prohaska, Jamal Hill. But then you have Magomed Ankalaev, 19 wins, 10 KOs, 1 loss obviously against Paul Craig from memory. He was submitted on his back. 1 draw and 1 no contest. He beat Alexander Rakic recently, KO Johnny Walker, and the split draw with Jan Blachowicz. Rob, Pereira, Ankalaev, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, firstly, I want to say, how funny is Paul Craig though? Like,
he can beat anyone and lose to anyone.
Exactly. Like he's beaten some really high level guys because it always. I'm like, what? Every time I hear he's beaten previous champions. Like he can beat anyone,
it's
right? But then
crazy.
he gets flogged by nobodies.
Jamal Hill, didn't he beat as well?
Yeah, he broke Jamal Hill's arm.
Far out, man.
He had that floppy arm for a while. Yeah, it's that's the beauty of the sport, isn't it? Sorry to go on a tangent, but I guess first and foremost, I love how Ankalaev is just like setting death threats, dude.
What is he?
I love it because it's not corny. It's not thing. He's just like full locked in, brother. I'm coming to kill you. Like that's it. Like yeah. But if we look at this fight,
yes.
Okay. Right now, Pereira's got the bubble around him, the bubble of immunity, because he's just starching people. Right,
yep.
And it's the same like the Marab bubble as well. It's like on paper he never loses, right? But then things happen. Fights don't happen like that. Pereira, right? On paper, the way to beat him is get him on his back. You would think. He's been in MMA for a long time now. You assume he's done nothing but wrestling defense, and he's got he's cornered by Teixeira. He's got one of the best MMA jiu-jitsu guys to date. And so you think he's working not only his ground game, which he has, but his wrestling defense to be able to keep the game where he is strongest suited. Yeah. And Ankalaev, you would assume he's doing nothing but wrestling. And he's kind of leaning that way as well. Like everything he's saying is like, I'm going to keep you on your back for 3 minutes. I'm going to submit you. I'm going to take you down. I'm ready to wrestle for 25 minutes. Yeah. Etc. Etc. My big thing is, can Ankalaev, because there are no certainties in this fight just because, I don't know, like because Pereira is such the animal stand-up wise, because Ankalaev has said nothing but I'm going to take you down. Like, and he's a good striker, but you look at him statistically, he's stood up more than 100% worked on ground with all his fights. Yep. So is Ankalaev going to implement that wrestling game, take Pereira down, control him on the ground, and make it a long night for Pereira, or is Pereira